In this lesson, we're going to begin blocking in the shape of the hands. Alright, so I'm going to come in with the clay brush here, and I'm going to start to build up the areas around the knuckles just to give that a little bit more shape. So I'm going to bring my draw size up, and I'll start to kind of bring in the knuckle shape a little bit more, okay, and all of these, and just kind of building that up. Okay, and then softening that using the smooth brush, okay, as I go along. And we'll do that all the way across here, these knuckles. And we don't want to make them so big that they don't look like female hands any longer. You know, actually, let's use the standard brush. I think the standard brush is going to help us a little bit better. It'll give us a little bit more mass a little bit quicker. Okay, so I'll just come in and I'll start to block in that shape. So, same thing here. And then there we go. Okay. And then we'll continue on down here. Just blocking that in. Now, remember, on the top of the hand there are these tendons. Okay, when the hand is extended like this, those tendons are most visible, especially on characters that are a little more athletic. Okay, athletic build. Okay, and just kind of softening that up. Okay, trying to change the silhouette a little bit and softening the look here. All right, perfect. All right, now with that, I'm going to come in and we're going to add a little bit more to the knuckles on each finger, and I'm actually going to stroke across those knuckles. Okay, trying not to go in a circular motion because that can begin to create a little bit more mass than what I actually want. I just want to change the silhouette of that. Okay, along the top of the hand. Okay, because the bone, what you actually see, if you look at your fingers, you actually just see right here along the sides, and not so much here along the top. Okay. Now, as you go along, make sure that you're thickening up any areas that have been lost. Okay, and as far as shape goes, and just smoothing that out as we go along. Okay, you could also use, I've lost my character here, sorry about that. You could also use inflate and get that as well. Kind of thicken that up. So let's go ahead and paint across here again along that knuckle and also along this one. And then holding down Shift to soften that. Alright, so far I'm pretty happy with the way that looks, just kind of looking at it from different angles. Right here, let's go ahead and go to our inflate brush. And I just want to inflate the fingers a little bit. So something like that, and then we'll smooth it out. Okay. So looking at all the fingers on that, pretty happy with all that, except for this pinky. Looking a little thin there. Let's smooth that out. Oops. Alright, great. You could also use inflate on the knuckles a little bit if you want to bring that out a little bit more. And then just make sure you smooth that out some more. Okay, so now that I've got the fingers blocked in the way that I want them, working on that silhouette a little bit more, let's not forget about the thumb either. So we'll grab that knuckle, we'll just kind of paint across it, and then we also have this right here, which can be seen through the skin, that bone there. So we don't want to forget about it either. Soften it as you go. Okay, looking good. Okay, got a nice silhouette going there. All right, now you can come in and you can start to add maybe a little bit more flesh in between these areas on the fingers. Okay, so just kind of puffing that up a little bit. Let's actually use, instead of the standard, I thought I was on inflate, but let's go ahead and go to inflate. And just lightly stroke across those. And just trying to make the fingers a little bit more plump and have a little bit more shape in that. And smooth it out if you need to, just to kind of take care of any rough areas. Okay. Do the same thing here. And then don't forget about this area here. Oops, I keep trying to rotate and I'm painting on one of the fingers. Sorry about that. And then just kind of come through, do the rest of these. And again, check your shape, soften it up if you need to, inflate, and smooth it. Doesn't need to be a lot, okay? Just need to make sure you have some mass underneath there, okay? Because there are lots of pads on the hand. Even on female hands, there's still these pads, okay, that are here. Oops, and it looks like I'm lost again, and that happens. Okay, so there we go. And then come up to the thumb, and even the thumb needs to be inflated a little bit. And then once that's inflated, smooth it out just to kind of average that out again. And then definitely here at the palm of the hand like this, you can inflate it and then smooth it. And on the hand, on the palm of the hand, most of the tissue, the muscle tissue, is going to be found right in here. Okay, just like that. But then you're going to also have a little bit of tissue in here as well, but it's not as prominent. It's going to look mostly like skin right in here. So just lightly create a transition from that tissue to here. All right. And then let's go ahead and create the pads that we see across the top here. And the pad itself isn't exactly just, you know, one straight line all the way across like this, like some would make it. Okay, there's actually this tissue that is actually separated on each of the fingers, and then it just happens to smooth out and transition together, but there's these subtle lines in between the pads there, just like that. Okay, and then obviously you're going to have this padding right here. Okay, so just kind of bring that up, and again, I'm still using the inflate for that, just to bring out that tissue. Okay, smooth it out, and just continuing to build that up a little bit more. Alright, so now that we've blocked in all of this hand here, we really started to bring out the areas and trying to make it look like a hand again instead of just mushy geometry. Take a look at it, just kind of look at the different angles of the hand. I'm pretty happy with the way that looks so far. And now what we want to do is we want to start getting into some of the fine detail, like creating wrinkles around the knuckles, and then actually creating the fingernails and the indentions for those. And so we'll get into that in our next lesson.